All right, Laker Nation. Just when you thought the offseason couldn't get any crazier, a new trade proposal has surfaced that will be the most shocking move in modern franchise history. We've talked about adding pieces. We've talked about minor moves. But this is on another level. Fred Katz of The Athletic, in a new article, has proposed the unthinkable. A trade that would send LeBron James to the Dallas Mavericks. Let's break down this earth-shattering proposal and what it would mean for the Los Angeles Lakers. Part 1. The blockbuster trade proposal. This isn't a minor deal. This is a franchise-altering blockbuster. Here are the details. Los Angeles Lakers receive G. Klay Thompson, C. Daniel Gafford, F. P.J. Washington. Dallas Mavericks receive F. LeBron James. According to Katz, Dallas might also have to include a future first-round pick, but he notes that teams will be hesitant to trade future assets for a player who is now 40 years old, even one as great as LeBron. Part 2. The Lakers' perspective. Why would they ever do this? The immediate reaction is, no way. But let's analyze the logic behind it from a pure team-building perspective. This would be a strategic pivot away from the LeBron era to build a deeper, more balanced, and younger roster around Anthony Davis. Let's look at the return package. Klay Thompson. You are getting one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. A proven champion who provides elite floor spacing that would perfectly complement Anthony Davis in the paint. Daniel Gafford. A hyper-athletic, energetic, shot-blocking center. He's a fantastic lob threat and a defensive anchor who could form a terrifying defensive front court alongside AD. P.J. Washington. A versatile, tough, two-way forward. He can stretch the floor with his three-point shooting and has the size and strength to defend multiple positions. He is the definition of a modern NBA role player. The new-look Lakers. By making this move, the Lakers would instantly transform their roster. They would trade one superstar for 3 high-level starters/rotation players. The team would become significantly deeper and build a more traditional, balanced roster with Anthony Davis as a clear and undisputed number 1 option. Part 3. The Mavericks' perspective, the ultimate gamble. For Dallas, the motivation is simple: championship or bust. They would pair LeBron James with Luka Doncic, creating one of the most skilled and highest IQ offensive duos the league has ever seen. It's an all-in move to win a title right now. However, the article points out the massive risk for Dallas. With Kyrie Irving's hypothetical injury and uncertain future, they will be betting everything on a 40-year-old LeBron to be the final piece. Part 4. The verdict, a fascinating what if. Let's be clear, this is a thought experiment. The odds of the Lakers trading LeBron James, an icon of the sport, are incredibly slim. The value he brings to the franchise extends far beyond the court. However, the proposal from The Athletic is fascinating because it forces us to ask the difficult question: at what point does a team trade an aging legend for a package that makes the roster, on paper, deeper and more balanced for the future? This trade would give the Lakers an elite shooter, an athletic center, and a versatile forward, creating a powerful new core around Anthony Davis. While it's almost certainly not going to happen, it's a wild proposal that highlights the kind of massive return it would take to even begin a conversation about moving the king. What do you think, Laker Nation? Would you even consider trading LeBron for this package of Klay, Gafford, and Washington? Is this the most insane trade proposal you've ever heard? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The ink is still drying on the Lakers' free agency deals, but the fine print is already telling a fascinating story. New details have emerged about 2 key players, one who signed with the Lakers and one who got away, and they reveal a lot about the team's strategy and potential regrets. First up, the Jackson Hayes deal. The Lakers officially brought back the athletic center to be the primary backup for DeAndre Ayton. This move came as a bit of a surprise, especially after coach J.J. Redick benched Hayes during critical moments in the playoffs. When the news first broke, it came with a surprising catch: a no-trade clause, due to a specific rule in the CBA for players signing a 3rd consecutive 1-year deal. Hayes was automatically granted the power to veto any trade. This seemed to lock him onto the roster for the year. But in a crucial new update that changes everything, it's been reported that Jackson Hayes has agreed to waive that implied no-trade clause. According to Dan Woik of the LA Times, this gives the Lakers a full right to include him in any trade they might want to make this season. This is a huge win for front office, turning Hayes from a fixed asset into a flexible, tradable contract if needed. It's a get-out clause, but for the Lakers. But while the Lakers gain some flexibility with one deal, another update might bring a fresh wave of regret regarding a player they didn't sign. That player is Dorian Finney-Smith. The Lakers were heavily involved in negotiations for the veteran 3 and D wing, but he ultimately signed with the Houston Rockets. The initial reports listed the contract as a solid 4-year, $53 million deal. However, new details make that contract look like an absolute steal for Houston and a major what if for the Lakers. According to Hoops Hype, only 2 of the 4 years on Finney-Smith's contract are actually guaranteed. The Rockets hold all the power and can move on from him after the 2027 season with no financial penalty. This reveals that the deal to get Finney-Smith was far more team-friendly and less of an overpay than it first appeared. It was an intelligent, low-risk signing by the Rockets, and it raises a question of why the Lakers couldn't get a similar deal done for a player who would have perfectly filled a need on their roster. So, to recap, the Lakers secure a key piece of trade flexibility with the Hayes deal, but the Dorian Finney-Smith contract looks even smarter for Houston, highlighting what could be a significant missed opportunity for Los Angeles. Which of these moves do you think will have a bigger impact on the Lakers' future? The flexibility with Hayes, or the regret of missing out on Finney-Smith? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.